Good evening, Juventini. We're going to Rome, and we're going to siege that place. We're going to take them down, and we're probably going to do something with that guy that we owe money to as well while we're at it. Dash, how you doing?
We're getting ready to burn it down.
It'd be the first time Rome burned.
I know. It's not the first time. It usually happens all the time. So, I mean, yeah. What do those history guys say? History repeats themselves. Well, we're about to repeat it and bring in some good old of Turin gasoline.
Oh, baby. We're streaking pretty positively, I guess you can say, as of late.
With clothes on, of course. We streak with clothes on here.
Of course. Which match was that they panned the camera away because there was a streaker? Was that Nantes?
No, I think it was a Champions League final. Wait, are you talking about this season? It wasn't a streaker.
It was like last week.
Oh, it was the Torino game. Some dude was just running on the field.
Oh, that's all it was? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that. It wasn't a streaker. We might need to check with Sam because we haven't seen Sam for a couple of days, so it might have been him.
Oh. Yeah, he does like to take his clothes off.
Did he?
Hold on, which Sam? I'm thinking Sam Adamo. You thinking
No. I'm thinking about viewers, Sam.
Oh, if that guy. Yeah, Sam Hajari. Was he at that one?
He was at the Dallas one. Remember where he told us the Real Madrid Juve friendly? That's the one. I was trying to do some parallelisms there. Ellie says, "Hey, a new host. Who's the new host?"
You are. You look Dash because you got your hair. You got bangs today.
Oh well, yeah. I just got home from the restaurant. I took a shower and I don't have a beard. I think that's why. Like, Ellie's looking at me like, I've never seen Dash without facial hair. Oh my god, my mind is blown.
Yeah, you gotta put some hair back on that face for sure.
I do. I just want to channel my inner 15-year-old. But the thing is I normally shave my beard off completely, like once or twice a year, just to get the hair follicles, just to cycle through it. Just beard health, guys. But
that's a thing.
It is a thing.
Is it okay?
Get the beard oil out, some beard conditioner, some beard shampoo, and all that fun stuff.
I shave my beard once every 2 years when I have to do a mask fitting because they make you shave it to do the mask, for the chemicals and whatnot, and which I never use. So then, the mask goes in the corner.
The funny thing is like after I shaved it completely off, I still have like the shadow across my face, and everyone's like, well, I'm like, guys, I don't stay without a beard. That's why I still have the shadow there. It just doesn't go away. Like I can't.
It's the Albanian in you.
Yeah, it's Eastern European in me. Okay, my friend, I shave beard, still look like have beard, like never left. Don't know what to do.
Oh man!
People says new look Dash. I wouldn't say it's really a new look. Just I'm undercover, okay? Just be kidding. I'm just kidding. I have a hot date, people.
Oh,
she just likes baby faces, so I'm trying to appease the. No, I'm just kidding.
They like some young.
They like. Yeah, I'm going cougar hunting, people. I need a new mommy. And then Gaetano says, "Is DeCilio out?" Yes, this is confirmed. He does have a muscle injury, so he is out.
So. See, I still saw, last I checked like an hour ago, at least FOTMob didn't have it. I saw that he was kind of unlikely. So you're saying that's for sure he's not dressing.
Yeah. Romeo Agresti tweeted it out saying muscle injury. He is out.
Twits. You don't get the news these days unless you go in the twits.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'll just share the screen while I'm at it. The official lineup. Twitter. So yeah, I don't know how well does that show up. Not well. Perfect.
Just download the image and then just throw it up there.
Yeah, I'll do it that way. The one that just puts it right in the middle of my face.
Yeah, that's what she said. And then Pipo is saying Dybala is going to flop. And then he just I thought I was the only one that was like not a big Dybala fan, but apparently Pipo does not like Dybala either.
You either love him or you hate him.
Yeah.
It's still it saved it that. Okay, that's dumb. I'll read it out. So obviously the three keepers as usual. Locatelli, Pogba, not used to that one. Quadrado, Kostic, Merletti, so he's back. Rabiot, Paredes, Fajoli, Barlanachea. And since we're on it, apparently you may have said it right and Kevin may have corrected you incorrectly. We haven't addressed that. Because in Italian would be Barlanachea, but he's Argentinian, so it might be Barlanachea.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm not
Just
mad
say
at
it.
all.
Just say it. We'll move on. I had to address that. Bremer, Danilo, Sandro, Gatti, Bonucci, Rigani, and then Chiesa, Vlahovic, Keane, Di Maria, Sule, Illing Jr. So essentially, the 3 injuries now that are left. Of course, my phone is going off.
Dave
Sorry.
is very popular, guys.
No, it was my parents.
Oh.
Hi,
Dave's mom.
We talk on Sundays. It's Saturday nights. I don't understand. So, man, of course, that completely rattled me.
Three players, the 3 injured players. You're talking about 3 injured players.
Who is soon to come back anyways, maybe on Thursday. We don't know. But soon. Then you have, just DeCilio recently. So that shouldn't be really a long-term thing. And Kyle George. We're pretty much almost at full health. Give it a week or so.
Pretty much. I mean, for the most part, because Milik is a substitute. Pretty good substitute. DeCilio, or we like to call him Allegri's son on this channel. Allegri's son just has a muscle cramp, so I think, he's fine. And yeah, this is going to be a good game tomorrow. I'm not going to lie, because if you think about it, with everyone that's back, you get Pogba back, Chiesa back, Di Maria's healthy.
The team looks good.
It looks really good. Like, I think this is the first time all season that we've actually had a loaded up squad. Like, this is awesome.
It is. It honestly is.
And Komika says, "Hey, Juventini. Hey, Komika. King Saya, you kind of jumped the gun with the prediction, but we'll take it. We'll take it." He says, 2-1 tomorrow. So 2-1 tomorrow with Vlahovic and Pogba. And then Helicopter says Milik will be back after the international break. And Gaetano says,
is it still showing the lineup in the middle?
Yeah. Did you?
I removed it. Yeah. Okay.
We broke it.
We broke it. There it is. Perfect. Okay. Sorry.
And Gaetano says Milik is our best striker. I think, yeah. So this is an interesting thing because, like, there's a debate going on Twitter and a lot of the Juventini on the internet where, like, a lot of people are kind of saying that Vlahovic is a flop. I don't want to go that far. I think that's a little bit of a straw man, but, like, I think the one thing, and I think me and Gaetano are going to agree on this one, is Milik's off the ball movement and his, like, maturity on the pitch is a lot more better than Dusan's is. Because, like, for me, it's like there's a couple of things that Milik does that I think is really, really good. And I think Vlahovic benefits more when he plays with Milik, per se, just because a lot of the off the ball stuff that Milik does. So I think Milik is a pretty damn good substitute.
And
cheap as well. And the thing is like, because the problem is with Keane and Vlahovic, they're both very raw as far as mentality and maturity. And raw sounds really dirty, but that's funny. But as far as, like, on the field maturity, as far as, like, IQ wise, I think they're a little bit. It's just there's a lot more to develop. Gaetano says, I don't think he's a flop, but he can't score a lot, and we pay him 80. And this is where I'm with you on this one. Mm-hmm. Because the thing is he's being touted to be the next Lewandowski, but he does not do Lewandowski things. I'm not saying that he needs to be a carbon copy of Lewandowski, but, like, for example, Lewandowski, if you were to switch Lewandowski and Vlahovic on currently Juventus, of course Lewandowski is going to perform a lot better. Just because, again, some of the actions that Doski does is, as far as his off the ball movement, his ability to create his own shot, his ability to shoot off his weak foot. We haven't seen Dusan really cut in with the ball. Like, for example, guys, most of the time Dusan's goals are tap-ins, regardless of range. Whether it's a very lofty through ball that gets sent over and he just chips it over the keeper or adjusts the path. I have yet to see Dusan take the ball, dribble, take 2 or 3 touches, and then fire and score. I've seen it with Di Maria. I've seen it with Chiesa. I have not seen it with Dusan. And that's one of those things that concerns me a little bit about him, is just there's a lot of things. And King Saya says, yeah, not even a close comparison. No, of course not. Like, again, we're not saying that they're on par with each other. It's just, like, for example, a lot of young players have an older player that they're compared to. Like, for example, they have a similar style or have a similar trajectory. And a lot of critics have said that Dusan has the similar trajectory as Dusan. That's interesting. He said he's like Aubameyang last year for Barca. I don't watch too much Aubameyang or Barca.
Yeah, he wasn't. My Barca friend wasn't a fan, I guess, if that says anything.
Yeah. And then Gaetano's asking, do you think the problem is he hasn't adapted to Allegri style of football? No, I just don't think he has the off the ball movements developed yet. Because like the thing is like you throw in Milik performed arguably performed a little bit better than Vlahovic did this season. I just think that there's some attributes that Vlahovic needs to improve on. Because like the thing is like what kind of concerns me again is Fiorentina played for Vlahovic, whereas Juventus, you have multiple skilled position players. Because like the thing is at Fiorentina, Vlahovic was the dude, especially the season before he left towards us, where everyone is again looking for him because there isn't anyone else there. Because if you look at Fiorentina this season without him, they're barely scraping 1 to 2 goals. Today against Milan, they won. One of them was a penalty, and the other one was a goal. Like for example, Jokic and Carbal, I believe, they've been barely able to get 26 goals on the season, and it's 25 matches. Whereas with Dusan, they were able to get it because, again, they're spamming chances into the box. Where at Juventus, they're not doing that because, for example, Chiesa's like, hey, I don't need to feed you all the time. I'm going to take my shots. Same thing with Di Maria. Same thing with Pogba. Same thing as well as with Milik and Keane, where they're all players where they have that confidence where it's like, we can score on our own. We don't need to constantly supply you. And like for example, even with like for example, a team that really suits Vlahovic currently, how Vlahovic currently plays, is something like a Man City, where they're just berating balls into the box and whatever Haaland gets. But Haaland is better than Vlahovic at doing that. That's hence why they went for Haaland instead of Vlahovic. But the thing is my only critique on him, and we can't be too hard on him because he's 22 years old. Like that's the truth. But Vlahovic needs to adjust his game and adapt his style, or he's going to fall really fast. Because the problem with him is he's kind of a one-dimensional striker. I think we can all agree his touch isn't the greatest. His dribble is really non-existent. We have not seen him really beat someone one-on-one. His positioning is terrible because he just hugs the center back.
Yeah.
Very bad positioning. Because, like for example, Mario Icardi, kind of similar play style to Dusan, but he was always able to be a genius off the field or off the ball. I said
definitely
off the
not
field.
off the field.
I was going to say no, not off the field. But Icardi is definitely someone who knew how to separate himself to get those goals, where Dusan just doesn't do that. Like for example, Milik, a lot of those goals that Milik is able to finish and get, you see him right before the ball gets moved, he shifts or adjusts. I just think Dusan is very, very static, and that's one of his issues that he has as a striker. I hope he sorts it out because again, it's just a lot of money, man. A lot of an investment on him. And for him, he does have a grace period, kind of like what Gaetano's saying. He didn't play for 3 months, but in February, he only scored 3 goals, 2 against Salerno, and then another against Knots. Scores goals that 90% of forwards can do. He needs to do more. And I agree with you on that. There's more that we need to see. He needs to develop his game. And especially one thing is again, a lot of his football IQ needs to get better because that's the one thing that's holding him back.
Yeah, man, we just we jumped right into this.
It was a good topic. Someone brought it up, so
yeah, I need to make a correction, an apology, I guess. I was fact checked. I'm known to rush my homework sometimes, I guess is what it is. So if you guys haven't seen, man, the videos popped off. A lot of Freiburg fans have actually been watching the Freiburg video, which is very cool, interacting with those fans. But I said the population of Freiburg was 660,000. That's incorrect. It's 220,000. 660,000 was the population of the region in which it's in. So I just had to correct myself there. It's on the record. I pinned that as well.
Yeah, and big kudos to the Freiburg supporters, man, because they could have came in there and just went at us, but they were all really chill and super cool.
They're excited to be playing such a big team. Yeah. This is like the biggest game they've ever played. So it's exciting.
Yeah, and the thing too, and like we'll kind of state it here, and a lot of people were kind of like commenting about their defensive record and such. Like, guys, we looked at the numbers and kind of our things, and it's one of the beauties of the double take. So like we try to do it in one take, no edits besides like graphics or music or anything like that. So a lot of the times when we do a double take, if not all of the times, it's an authentic instant reaction on the topic. So again, kind of to answer some of the people that were kind of, I don't want to say it's criticizing, but feedback on their defensive record. Dave and I are just looking at it from as far as stats that we have present towards us, and we kind of just say, oh, okay, this kind of looks a little bit weird or a little bit off. And that's where we kind of talk about it. And, and I understand that, Freiburg had some terrible matches against 4 or 5 teams, but, a lot of those teams on those records that dropped 4 or 5 goals on them are, at the same level as us, if not we're better than those teams. So, process by association. In no way are we saying that Freiburg's a cakewalk. No, we don't think of that as all. Especially if we want to talk their current numbers, they're a very difficult team to play against. They are similar to Torino, where they are just very, very difficult to break down. But when they concede, they concede. So it's just one of those things.
King Salah said, "Y'all should get me on the pod. I'm hilarious." Oh, sorry, Saya. I said Salah.
King
It
Salah.
looks like Salah and like, yeah, my bad. Whatever. It was small. I mean, we're not against. We've had the call. We haven't done a call-in show in a while.
Yeah, we haven't done a call-in show in a very long time.
We haven't been angry enough.
No,
I think
we haven't been in crisis mode.
No, but we should. We'll plan to do something.
Well, because the reason why is people say, "Hey, do a call-in show," and then when we do it, nobody shows up. So we're just "Here's the link, guys. Jump on and call in." And cricket.
Y'all get cold feet. Yeah, it just depends on your mood. Some good times, you guys.
Yeah, because Frankie's always working, so Frankie can't hop on.
That's part of the problem. Got a job. Or it's just the bad time for the guys over in the UK. So, yeah, we'll try to work something out one of these days. We'll put it on the to-do list. Otherwise, a couple other news points today. Females. I love to talk about the females, especially when Julia Grosso scores.
Do we have that goal, or
no? It's not up yet. It's not up yet. No,
Dave. If there's a will, I'll find it just for you, buddy.
Maybe I haven't really doom scrolled Twitter today. I've been so busy. Just throw it out on the record. These puppies, they're 5 weeks old now. It's a lot of work. Takes a lot of time.
Hey, give us some likes, and I will pull up Julia Grosso's goal, because that was absolutely filthy.
Do you have it then?
I'm gonna try to find it.
I mean, I could I don't know if I can get the replay on Juventus TV, but that would be highly illegal as well. So
yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find it.
That being said, they drew 1-1. That's to enter the Copa semifinals. The first leg, so they have one more match to go. That's obviously now going to be at Milan. But all the best, they're fighting for it. They did finish second in the league this year, so fighting for a trophy anyways. But good for them. Good for Julia Grosso. She hasn't scored in a few matches. She was due.
Did you say they won 1-0?
1-1. No, it's tied 1-1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. Last game against Roma was bananas. Yes, it was. Yeah, I totally. It was so long ago. It was obviously last year. I almost forgot that it was this season. That Roma game. Man,
right,
yeah,
cool.
that was crazy.
Got the Julia Grosso goal.
All right, let's see it.
All right, guys, I got to share this because this is absolutely filthy. Like, oh my god, wow! I saw this. Beppe sent this to me, so everyone thank Beppe for this because he shared it for us. All right, you ready? So here we go. Let's see.
There's my Canadian girl.
I should probably mute this. But yeah, well, the camera angles are terrible in these matches, but we should get a replay here.
You said camera angles. There's a single camera.
Yeah, there we go. Nutmeg, like half nutmegs, and then just buries it.
See, that's what you gotta watch out for those Canadians, right? Like most footballers, they would have tried to fall down there. But we got the hockey in us, right? We just keep on going face first.
She just told her, she's like, "Get out of my way, you hoser. You're too small."
Yeah, 4-3 people that last Roma game. You're right. And actually, Juve, the official Juve YouTube, I haven't watched it yet, but they did put the replay, whatever, the highlights, the 4-3 highlights from the last game. So they're hyping that one up. Gaetano misses Rosucci. Yeah, I didn't get the final verdict Do you know Gaetano? I know it was it an MCL or ACL? It was one of the CLs.
It was a partial ACL, MCL.
Yeah, but at that point they did not come out with a time frame. So yeah, if you know if there is a time frame on Rosucci, let me know. I love those bouncing you. Okay, Peepo, you know what? Jeez, have some decency. Yeah, Gaetano saying Julia's a very good player. She is. Yeah, I'm proud of her. It's to have a Canadian player on a Juventus team because this is the first time, right? So it's kind of a big deal for us. We love it.
He says it now until Juventus sign Jonathan David or Alphonso Davis.
Yeah, no, especially if it was Alfonso. Jonathan David's decent, but I mean, in terms of strikers, I don't know. He's okay. He's good.
Yeah, he kind of fizzled out because I remember everyone was like touting him to be really, really big, and then like you just hear nothing from him now ever since the World Cup.
Well, there was the World Cup hype, but playing. Did he move from France? Did he move in January?
I don't think so. I haven't heard anything.
He's playing. Is it Lyon?
Lille,
yes, right. The other, close enough. The other, it's not close, but Lille, and that's part of the problem because who watches them? Do you know anyone?
No.
Yes, that's right, Peepo. Julia was the most voted in the Valentine's Day poll. That still exists. The polls don't really go away. You can still technically vote on that, but I mean, Julia easily ran away with that one. Not surprised. I would have thought Vlahovic would have got a few more just on those massive thighs that he has. And the picture I chose, he didn't have a shirt on. I expected a bit more. And Dash is
I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Now, okay, Ellie, are you being inappropriate now?
Stiff
or am I just interpreting this inappropriate?
Stiff competition.
Oh man, people voted for Allegri. That's right. You're an Allegri fanboy. That's all right. He's a handsome man. If you like him a little bald.
That's what she said.
Oh man. Well, so, now that
talking about stiff and bouncing shirts, guys. Hey, welcome to the Saturday edition of our pregame show.
You guys are ridiculous. I love it.
You guys are wild.
All right. Well, let's bang out some more of these rumors. Some of them are actual news. Some of them. Let's start with the actual news. Danilo does renew till 25 plus one. Option for the plus one, of course. Yeah, he's set in stone. I didn't see the final details on that yet, so I'm not gonna until I know for sure. But expect in the coming days there's gonna be some actual numbers attached to that. Same with the Sandro renewal. I haven't seen hard numbers.
Has it been officially confirmed?
No. So from what I've understood of this so far, is that he's on an auto renewal. We don't know what triggers that, but he's close to it. So they're trying to actually offer him a new contract, knowing that he's going to auto renew anyways, unless he just like dies tomorrow or something crazy happens, right? So
that's a left turn.
No, but you know what I'm saying. Like it's unless something crazy happens, he's going to auto renew. But they can't afford that salary, $7 million, so they would have to offload him regardless, or they would at least try to. Or I don't know what the buyout would be. Again, there's very little or till none details on this.
There's no confirmations because they're like, yeah, you could buy him out for like $2.5 million or something crazy like that, but I don't know.
And now this is what they're getting at is okay. Cambioso probably comes in for left back next year. You still need some depth. Keep a veteran guy. If you can take his $7 million salary even down to like 3.5 for another year. I don't know. I just cut that number.
But so I'm pretty convinced that Cambiasso starts next year.
Yeah, but to have Sandro as a backup is not.
Yeah.
Bad.
No,
that's fine.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I think Sandro is going to essentially become a backup and Cambiasso starts, or Cambiasso or Sandro essentially switches into that left center back role. I'm pretty convinced at this point.
And it's the classic case too of okay. If you get rid of Sandro, you have to find somebody else. And how much is that somebody else going to cost? And will they be able, like, at least with Sandro, especially when he's not overutilized, which he is, when he's fresh and healthy, he actually plays pretty decent.
And I've been saying this all season long where I said, hey, man, watch the addition of Kostic help Sandro out a lot, and it has. I really do think it has, because like the thing is previous seasons prior to Kostic arriving, all of our offense had to go through Sandro on the left side, and like offense and defense, Sandro's not the best. So now where Sandro can really just focus on the defensive phase, yeah, he'll have a couple of stinkers, but overall he's been pretty decent. He hasn't been that bad. And then Gaetano was asking about Cuadrado, so there hasn't been any communication between the club and Cuadrado yet. So I don't know what's going to happen there. And then Ellie says, I don't believe Sandro will lower his salary, but sure, keep him as a backup, especially if you're playing with a 3-man. If we play with a 3-man next season, I think Sandro switches to the center back position.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think because you're going to have Kostic and Cambiaso essentially cycle in through the left. Again, that's going to open up the Chiesa question, where Gaetano asks us a question about Chiesa and Di Maria, but once we get I'll wait for that a little bit later in the show. Parisi of Empoli, we were linked to him, but
with this situation, we just didn't spend money because of our situation, right? That's all that is. And he probably, and I think he did come out, I think a few days ago, saying that it wouldn't have made sense. Like, why would I leave in the middle of the season? No. Basically, he said I wouldn't have done it mid-season. So there you go.
And then also to build on Gaetano, he says Cambiaso can play on the right, which is true as well. But the thing is why I think keeping Sandro and Cambiaso together is that means essentially Cambiaso and Sandro will challenge each other for starting spots. So that'll keep that fresh as well. Even though Cambiaso can play on the right, we still need to figure out the right back situation, because I'm pretty convinced that Cuadrado doesn't get re-signed. I just that's what my thoughts are.
Yeah, we don't know yet, though. That's the thing. We don't really know how he plays with the team. We can observe him play for another team. We know that when players come to Juve, sometimes they're better, sometimes they're worse.
Because remember, guys, we also have a guy that's called Coney De Winter that's also out as well, and he's been playing for Empoli too. So Coney's a right back, and also
we forget about him a lot.
Yeah, we've got a lot of youth prospects that have been loaned out. So summer is definitely going to be interesting, because I could see us not spending anything and just bringing back all of our loanees and just starting those guys.
Unless we sold a couple, like a Ranocchia's already on. Is he already on something?
Yeah, he's on Monza.
Yeah, but was there a deal with that? No, that's just a dry loan. Just a dry loan. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't sure. But I can see somebody like Ranocchia perhaps getting offloaded for a few mil, that plus Falanza, and then keeping Rovella. I mean, we have so many midfielders in the mix. Fagioli, Moretti, Rovella, Ranocchia. Fagioli. Did I say? I don't know. There's like 6 or 7 of them. It's insane. It's nuts.
Yeah. And then Dom says Allegri doesn't like Cuadrado as right back. Well, it's the only person he can play in that position. I know he doesn't like him there, but I think Cuadrado's, in theory, Cuadrado's done.
Allegri kind of made him a right back, though.
Kind of right wing back. Yeah. So
sort of his fault.
Blame sorry for that one. But Gaetano says Fabiana Della Valle said Allegri likes a lot. Curia of Monza, he plays on the right. He is good today, scored against Empoli. Yeah, I heard that too, but Fabiana hasn't, ever since the Vlahovic
that was the only thing. She got like street cred for that.
Yeah, she hasn't been as consistent. She broke the Vlahovic news before everyone and all that, which was kudos to her. But I don't know. I would take it 50-50. I know Allegri likes it, but from what we've heard from like Agresti and them, Di Maria is Allegri's top renewal goal, essentially, because I think Allegri's got a lot more power. Ellie says yes, but De Winter isn't playing much at Empoli. If I remember right, he played a lot at the start of the season only. Yeah, he was filling in as a center back. He was playing consistently as a center back. I haven't been following Empoli currently to really know per se what's been going on, but yeah, at least he's played more than Gatti, and I don't mean to bury Gatti with that one, but that's another player where I think he's done. I think he's done at the end of the season.
Which means we would have to spend on center backs if that's the case.
Yeah. And because the thing is you already have Rugani, and if Rugani is essentially getting a starting position over Gatti, then I hate to break it to you guys, but I think Gatti hasn't been really proving much. Because the thing is like you have Enzo, who essentially beat Paredes for the starting role in the midfield, and Gatti can't make a dent in the defense. The last time he played was Monza, and he played terrible in that game. So it's like, I don't know. I think Gatti's done. So it wouldn't surprise me if they bring in De Winter or run Rugani again next season. But I'm gonna look up Coney De Winter because I could have sworn I saw him. I could have sworn I saw him play today, but I guess not.
I mean, this is also hypothetical at this point.
It is.
We just don't know. And man, might as well throw it out here because there should be a verdict within 60 days of Juve's penalty appeal with Coney. So again, depending on where we finish, if we get into Champions League or outside of Europe, what have you, that changes everything for the summer. And we might, I'm not saying we will, but there is a chance that we get those 15 points back. Or at least some of those back.
It's looking like a pretty good chance if you think about it.
It's not looking bad. I don't want to go over the top here. But...
No, I got you. Because like a lot of Juve's like legal case is more so like, hey, you're doing something that you did essentially off no basis. Like you can't just sit there in like 5 minutes and say, okay, 15 points out during the current season. Juve's trying to hit them with technicalities of like you imposed a punishment that can't really be imposed by the way that you did it. Course, so yeah. That's what the lawyers look like they're going at that one. So they're trying to nullify it just by technicality of it. Mm-hmm. So it looks valid. I don't.
Well, because we know it was a bit of a farce, anyways. Like they based it on nothing. So you would think it would be easy, but again, we're not the Italian authorities. I don't think I can think that way. Like it's. You have to be brought up a certain way to think as tribally as they do. And Italy is very tribal. I don't know. I live in Canada. Everyone gets along with everyone for the most part, you know, more or less. We're pretty chill.
And then the other thing too, Ellie, is you're right. So De Winter has played 11 games, so at least half of the season, where Gatti's only played 6 matches, and Coney looks like he has better stats and is a lot younger too. Because remember, guys, Coney De Winter's 20 years old, so he's
20?
Yeah, he's very young.
Wow. Okay.
So, I mean, the fact that he broke into Empoli
as a defender,
yeah,
so that's good.
Again, I'm not on the Coney De Winter train. Everybody, Coney De Winter, Scudetto champions next season, yada yada yada. But I think Coney De Winter might be better than Gatti, and just kind of like what Gaetano's saying, I think he leaves Juve in the summer. He either gets loaned or he gets sold to like a Genoa or something. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. People saying, "Well, to keep him, we need another young defense from Primavera to play in that position." Yeah, of course, young blood. I need a young blood in Juventus for a shot plan.
Short plan, I think.
Short plan. Okay. For a plan, whatever. We're making a plan out of it. Moving on with some of these deals. So Di Maria looking more and more likely. Nothing solid yet, but interest from both parties. So high potential there, it looks like. And that's changed. Part of it as well is the Copa America was it 2024 they play it? And
Copa America?
Yeah, Copa America.
No, that's right. They made it the same. Yeah, it's 2024.
2024. So what Di Maria was saying is that it's typically only the guys playing in Europe that get picked for the Argentinian team. Mm-hmm. So if he was to go back to Rosario, because he's realizing that, hey, he's still got it. He can probably do this for another year at a pretty high level. So it makes sense for him to stay in Europe for another year. It makes sense for Juve to keep him because of the tax credit that they get for international people. They have to stay for at least 2 years, though. That's the caveat. And it's like 50. It's ridiculous. It's like 50% or something. So yeah, maybe Di Maria. Maybe not Rabiot. They're still throwing 7 mil at him. He wants 10. Nothing's changed. This news comes out multiple times. I talk about it once a month because it's ridiculous. So here's my once a month. It's done for March. So there's the transfer news. So we got some young guys. So people, we know you like them young. Here you go. Yildiz is looking more and more likely to get promoted to the under 23. He's 17.
I thought it was the first team.
No, he can't. He still can't get to the first team because he's 17.
Oh, yeah, because I thought they were saying that Allegri wants him to potentially move up to the
Yes,
first team.
potentially. Yes. But I mean, he's got to go through the 23s first and, age another year, of course. So we'll probably see him. He's looking amazing. We'll see how he handles Serie C now. So yeah, exciting for that. And another promotion, Barrenechea has been promoted to the first team as a regular starter. So man, he plays one match and he's in. So good for him. Allegri is pretty high on this kid right now.
Yeah. People, I want you to look up him because Kenan Yiltz is incredible and he's a striker. He's not a defender. That's Heisen that I think.
Oh yeah, that ridiculous defender that scores goals.
Yeah, Heisen's that really good defender.
Yeah, now he's saying he trained with the first team. He did.
Hey man, so, the youth that's coming through, it looks really good.
It's exciting. I mean, we just named how many people right there. Heisen, Yildiz, Barrenechea. Like who the average Juve fan would not have known Barrenechea. I know him because I have to look at this stuff on a daily basis, right?
Did we ever post the short of his goal against Inter?
No.
I've got it. Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, Nolesh gave me that one. So let me see if I can find it while you talk to the guy.
People say give Adrian his money. Yeah, okay. So everyone's high on Rabio as well. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, all the young guys. So Yildiz is 17 like Hoyson. Yeah, 17-year-olds, and they're starting to break out already. So that's super exciting. But that's all the non-Roma news. But the drama doesn't end there.
Nope. Cool. I found the Yiltz goal.
All right, let's see this.
All right. People, get ready to get your mind blown. Because this kid is ridiculously good. All right, here we go. This is against the Inter Primavera. Absolute filth. Look at this. He takes them, says, hey, can I have this dance? We'll do a quick 1-2 over here. Takes it and says, give me your ankles. He took that boy's ankles. He took that center back's ankles and took the other center back's soul. And the goalkeeper just had to let it happen. So
and Guy Tanner here saying Agresti said next year Yildiz will play for the under 23 like Hoyson. Yeah. So there you go. Agresti's usually the one you trust there.
Yeah, Yiltz is insane, guys. Like he is probably one of the next like really great strikers, dude. Like, did you guys see that? He took one defender, broke his ankles, took the other one, and then the goalkeeper's just sitting there like this, like, did I touch it? Did I touch it?
No, you got nothing.
You got nothing, bub.
Oh, I put one out of okay. One more non-Roma. I put this out of place. Liverpool doesn't like Arthur. We're probably getting him back. Let's move on.
Damn it. Arthur, you have one job.
One job.
He's going to be a pain, guys, because I think he's going to essentially be like a buyout because nobody's going to buy Arthur Mello. Like, it's just the honest truth here. I think nobody buys him. So, that sucks.
Give me a sack of balls and some pylons. Get them off my hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why not? Okay. So, have you heard about Dybala asking for some more money?
Why? What's wrong? Did his snake oil agent need more snake oil?
So allegedly, now I've heard 3 million, 3.7 million, maybe one's euro, one's pounds. I don't know. 3 million, give or take, euro. He's owed allegedly from Juventus. Part of that deal, the salary maneuvers. But he has signed, unlike Ronaldo, where there is no signature, at least no signature from Ronaldo. This document has a signature from Dybala. This is from Cultural Finanza, by the way. So,
pretty reputable.
Yeah, reputable enough. They're probably not lying about this. So, yeah, I mean, he might get banned, essentially, which it's kind of funny. I don't know.
Hilarious. It's hilarious. I'm sorry, it is, because That goes to show you how much of a scumbag Paulo Dybala is.
Okay, well, this is what he said.
Let's be honest. The guy is. He really is. Like, what kind of Juventus player lets their agent flirt with Inter? Especially the guy that kisses the badge and then was crying. And the thing is, for me, he ruined Chiellini's last home game. Like, I'm sorry. Like, that game, Chiellini's more of a legend than Dybala will ever be in the sport.
Oh,
And he was like sitting there crying like a little baby. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, Chiellini had more of a reason to cry than you, and he didn't. Like, gosh, man. But anyways, go on.
Oh, yeah. So more to go. I mean, it just pops up. I'm trying to get it ready. It just throws it up there. We're here. Let's move on. Dybala. That's something when we got Lucas on, because Lucas is a fanboy of him. So we'll let Lucas defend him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't. Dybala drives me insane.
We'll
scumbag guy with a mask.
To waste my time type. It's just okay. Relax, people. We're moving on.
Yeah, screw Dybala.
Gaetano's afraid Dybala will score no more.
No, he'll probably tweak his hamstring warming up.
Ellie's saying Liverpool's going to regret not keeping Arthur. I hope they regret it.
Yeah, we need that energy, Ellie. I love it.
Yeah. So, okay. I mean, I'm not going to read the article. You can see it for yourself. I just want you to get that picture of Mourinho in your head. Just let the blood boil a little bit.
I am Jose Mourinho.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's a bit of a douche. Speaking of douches. So, here he is. Mourinho able to lead Roma in clash with Juventus after appeal. So if you guys don't know, he got a two-match ban. It was appealed, and I guess because who was it? The ref? It says here. I think the ref has not yet testified for the appeal. So they've decided, okay, not everyone's testified. So yeah, you can totally just go back to the match in against Juventus. So again, yeah, a new hearing has been set for March 10th, conveniently, right? This is one I start to put on the tinfoil hat a bit, because does it not just seem really fishy? Or am I just being biased because I'm a Juventus fan? What do you guys think about this?
I really don't care. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I'd rather have Mourinho there when we slap him, just because then I get to see Mourinho bitch in the post.
And there's that. Yes, I thought about that. And it usually, it usually bites you in the ass afterwards.
Yeah. So, for me, it's more entertaining because, like, Mourinho will be like, he'll think of something else. He's like, oh man, the grass is green and I don't like the grass. So, I told Chiellini to do something and Chiellini give me a red card. Like, I prefer not to speak. That's what I'll say on that one. But yeah, it's stupid. I don't care. Personally, I'd rather. There's two people I want to see cry tomorrow: Jose Mourinho and Paulo Dybala. Like, that's all I care about. Like,
well, it's not hard to make him cry. Let's be honest.
It clearly isn't. All you got to do is just flick Dybala. But it's stupid. I think the whole appeal process and how it is, it's stupid. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. Like, I'd rather just beat Mourinho, no excuses or anything like that. Because if we when we win tomorrow, they're gonna be like, oh, well, Jose Mourinho wasn't there. Like, shut up. We're better than them. They play worse football than Allegri ball.
Speaking of Allegri, he does say here in his presser, I hope Mourinho is able to take his place on the bench tomorrow. He's doing a great job at Roma, leading them into battle for a place in the Champions League. Probably because Allegri just wants to smash him twice.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, it was 4-3. It wasn't smashing. It was exciting, though. It was good. It was good. And we want to do it again in their house.
And again.
Burn it down. Yeah, the Court of Appeal is made up of Napoli and Roma fans. We have seen their social networks, and Torcello is a Roma fan. Nothing new. And that's part of that. That's where the tinfoil hat comes into play, right? They are so obviously biased in how they conduct themselves that you have to wonder when shit like this happens.
Yeah, I think it's dumb. Do you want, because I've got the Allegri presser. Do you want me to talk about that?
Yeah, get into the presser.
Alrighty, cool. Going into the Juve Roma pre-game, pre-conference, post-conference, news conference of conferences. Allegri is being asked about Roma's season. So Allegri responds with, Roma are having a very great season and are fighting for the Champions League spot. Bums. He says, also, they're coming into a game with 4 home wins without conceding a goal. It's going to be a great match. And then they ask him about Paul Pogba. And he says, Pogba has reacted well to coming back. He's doing fine, even though he has not had much playing time. I'm happy with how he did against Torino. Milik will be back after the international break. And Kyle George, yes, he's still on the roster, will not be available, but Moretti will return. And then the other question is so, Allegri, how do you feel about tomorrow? He says, tomorrow is important because it will be a great challenge against Roma. We must put the past matches behind us, and we'll see how the season develops. And then this is asking about Paredes because, Enzo benched his ass. So he says, Paredes is doing well. We'll assess things tomorrow. Locatelli will be back. They're all available. And Baranchea, I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah.
Who had a great match the other day, is also there. So he is also included in the squad, boys and girls. Sorry, Ellie. And then he says, we have matches every 4 days, so everyone will be crucial. And then this is, again, kind of asking, how do you feel about Mourinho? He says, Mourinho is doing a great job making Roma fight for a Champions League spot. I hope he is on the touchline. So he's saying, I want Mourinho there because, those two are match made in heaven. So then he's being asked about Di Maria. So then he says, Di Maria has been playing well in all of our recent games, regardless of how many minutes. It's important to assess how he's done so far. As for Dybala, I love this. He was a big player for Juventus, but he's at Roma too. We'll face him knowing what he can do. He's like, Dybala who? Allegri is asked about the Champions League spots. It'd be very difficult to qualify for the UCL, almost impossible, but the team have picked up 50 points out there. I love how he says 50. And we must continue getting results. We need to take it one step at a time. It will be a huge undertaking to achieve with the deduction. That essentially wraps up the news conference.
Yep.
So speaking of the points, interesting thing, guys, because we had a bunch of crazy results today. So Napoli lose to Lazio. Lazio go to second with 47 points. Milan loses to Fiorentina away 2-1. And Atalanta tie Udinese. So Milan is in that fourth spot at 47 points. I think it's 47. Yeah. Dave's got the table. But so here's what makes this a lot very, very interesting. So with the current points that are dropped and the fact that we're playing Roma tomorrow, so with a win, we go to 38 points and we essentially are 9 points away from fourth place.
And only 4 out of Conference League at that point as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Conference League.
So just for the folks that don't know, after the Coppa Italia, essentially 5th and 6th become Europa League places, and then 7th becomes the Conference League qualifier.
Yeah. So technically, we are in the conference.
Yeah, we're technically in Europe if how things go. But again, guys, we were like 10th or 11th when that deduction hit us, and we've climbed our way back. We're 9 points. So again, 13 games left. We're 9 points away from fourth place, which is pretty incredible. And then, if those 15 points come back and Napoli Napoli start losing form, you never know. Because the reason is so if we win again, you get the 15 points, we're at 50 points, we win 53 points, 65 to 53. You start, it's 12 points, but you start cooking a little bit, but you never know.
Most interesting thing for me right now is Lazio beating Napoli and moving into second place now over both the Milans. Like everyone's trash bagging it this season.
Well, here's the funny thing is like Sarri played like the most anti-football of football and won out of pure like luck. Like that Vecino goal was like just pure filth. Like you're just like, I remember watching that. I was watching the game with my dad, and like we see that shot go off, and we're like what the hell was that? Like that? But yeah. If anybody's gonna play Napoli, just study how Lazio played against them.
So yeah, Ellie's saying here, unless Fiorentina or Cremonese win the Coppa, yeah. And then Gaetano, if Inter win the Italian Cup, the 7th in the standings, go to the Conference League, but let's hope that Inter doesn't win. Yeah, so those are the what ifs. So not for sure, but as things typically play out, if you put your bets on, the big teams winning, and now Cremonese or Fiorentina, you put your money on hopefully Juve or Inter to win those. But of course, you never know.
All right. So moving on to the game itself. again, 2:45 tomorrow. We'll be on the Twitch channel covering it, Juventus Twitch. So check us out there if you guys want to do a watch along with us. And then, so the one thing, and this is my biggest concern for the Roma game, and it's not a player and it's not a coach. It is the turf of the Stadio Olimpico. This was something that I found interesting, was because the past few times that we've played there have been ACL injuries. Last year with Chiesa, and then I believe the previous bout, Demiral tore his ACL there. Their turf is terrible. Like, out of a lot of the Serie A turfs, the Stadio Olimpico is probably one of the worst pitches. I mean, it's essentially destroyed Zaniolo like twice, 3 times technically. My thing is this, guys. I really hope that we're able to get through this game without any injuries, just because I just don't like that turf, and that turf always causes issues. So again, for me, the main thing is hopefully everyone is healthy. But going off the lineup, which obviously isn't accurate because they have DeScilio there, so it's probably going to switch DeScilio for Juan Cuadrado. But again, 3-5-2. It's going to be Danilo, Bremer, and Sandro. No other reason why not to play those 3. Cuadrado as a right wing back. Fagioli, really good season, man. Finally secured that starting spot on the right part of the midfield. Locatelli will be playing behind him, which I wouldn't be surprised if Enzo subs Locatelli at some point of the game. With Rabiot, that's on the left.
And then Pogba coming in for Rabiot, then still getting some
probably
minutes?
I would assume so. Or he might go, I don't know who Pogba would sub in for. That's interesting. And then Kostic, and this was what the answer Gaetano's question is. Allegri is leading the starting Kostic and using Chiesa as a sub. So that's one thing that has been pretty confirmed. Gaetano says, I think Wijnaldum can play. He might. I forgot he's on the roster. Dude snapped his leg.
Where? He's not on this roster at all. Let's see. Nothing.
He's not injured, but I'm surprised they don't show their bench. But
yeah, they don't on the pregame. That's right. It's weird.
And then Helicopter says Di Maria won't start tomorrow. Huh. It might be Vlahovic and Keane. Because from what I've heard I heard Chiesa isn't going to start tomorrow. From Agresti, where he said about that, Allegri said that Kostic is trending to be above Keane or Chiesa.
You know, we never know.
Yeah, we never know. And to be honest with you, I actually prefer having Chiesa and Pogba come in as a substitute.
That worked well last week, of course.
Yeah, it did. Just because, again, it's like, oh, crap. But moving to Roma. So Roma's going to be playing something quite similar. So they're going to be a 3-4-2-1. So you have Ibanez, Smalling, and Mancini as their back 3. And then you have Spina, Zola. And then you have Matic, Cristante, Zalaski, Pellegrini, Tammy Abraham, and Scumbag Allah.
So I should know Pellegrini is actually an F. They don't know for
he's
sure.
Questionable?
Yeah. Very questionable at this point, apparently.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he scores against us. He's the one guy that I'd be worried about.
Yeah, he's the only guy I'd be afraid of.
He's the one that had that beautiful spot kick there.
Yeah. Free kick. He's honestly the perfect midfielder.
He's great. Yeah, he's one of the best, probably all-around midfielders in the league.
Yeah.
No, a little underrated because he plays for Roma, but no, he's great.
Yeah. So kind of looking at the statistics, so Roma scored 31 goals, conceded 21, goal differential of +10. Juventus, we have scored 40 goals and only conceded 19. So overall, really, really good stats.
2-1.
Offensively, I think we're 4th in the league currently, as far as So if we're looking at like the Juve Roma, like just some fun match stats for the pregame. Guys, offensively, like compared to last season, offensively, we're looking really good. So we're at 1.7 goals per match. We've got the most clean sheets in the competition with 15. Juventus haven't lost to Roma in their last 5 meetings, 3 wins, 2 draws. Roma is ranked 8th in goals scored per match, 1.3. Ranked 4 in goals conceded per match, 0.9. So pretty good defense. Tammy Abraham has the most shots on target for Roma, which is 1.4 shots per match. That is not good. Oh, you're looking at the
yeah, I'm just scrolling through just for some eye candy. People want to look at it. I know a lot of people just listen, but if they got the screen up, it just gives you something else to look at.
Yeah. But again, Juventus defensively better than Roma. They're 3rd, or we're 3rd, they're 4th. Clean sheets, Roma has 9 to our 15. Expected goals, 38. I don't know what that stat is, but it doesn't really make too much sense for me. If we're looking at big chances created, they actually have 3 more big chances created, 46 to our 43. Overall, I think it's a good game, but again, Mourinho likes to play pretty negative tactically as far as that. Right now, technically, Dybala is their best player with 8 goals and 6 assists. So he is the main guy. But as we all know, if we look at Dybala's track record this season, Dybala only scores or does stuff when he's playing against the bottom half of the of the table. And this is kind of funny because Dave, if you actually click his personal stats, so look at it. So his best games are against Salzburg, Lecce, Empoli, Spezia, Fiorentina, Genoa. And yeah,
that's it. So yeah, so which he kind of did the same thing. Okay, yeah, he had some big moments and some big games, but generally speaking,
yeah, Dybala shines against the lower half team. So that's definitely something that hasn't changed about Paulo. Personally, I don't think Paulo really does anything against us. And even that assist that he gave Tammy Abraham in the first match that we played them at home, God, that was such a lucky bounce. In my opinion, that was a cheesy bounce that went his
there's
way,
a bit of luck to that.
But if Lorenzo Pellegrini, Yusuf, I just tuned in. Where's Dash's beard? Wow. I didn't realize, that's the funny thing is, I accidentally clicked it off for you. Sorry, Dave. That is funny because like everyone, I think it's almost everybody that's come in at some point is like, where's the beard? Why is it gone? I lost a bet and I had to shave it. No, I'm just kidding. Beard health. You got to shave your beard every now and then just to help the hair follicles regrow and stuff. So don't worry. It'll be back by like Monday. My beard grows fast. So don't worry, guys. Mr. Beard will be back. But moving on to the serious conversation here. But Roma defensively are a pretty solid team. I'm not going to sit here and say Roma's terrible defensively. They're a Jose Mourinho team. Jose Mourinho teams have pretty good defensive records. The thing about Jose Mourinho teams is if they don't have great counterattackers, their offense is not that good. And if we look at, like, for example, if Dave would be so kind to pour some of Roma's previous fixtures, outside of a select few, you might want to just go back. And yeah, by the way, Roma did give Cremonese their first win in Serie A too. So, lol.
Yeah. And
losers.
And there's Spinazzola scoring. As Ali says, I would watch out for him. Yeah, he's pretty dynamic there, assuming his knee doesn't buckle in on himself.
Yeah. I was going to say if he doesn't tear his other Achilles, but that's the thing about Spinazzola. I still don't think he has the same danger that he did previously. Can you click the left arrow there? Awesome. So if we look at some of the results as well, so I wonder what is it if you go down the more recent ones. So if you look at Salzburg, so the Europa League, they get a 2-0 win against Salzburg. They win 1-0 against Hellas Verona. They lost the first game against Salzburg, tied against Lecce 1-1, 2-0 against Empoli, lost to Cremonese in the Coppa, lost to Napoli 2-1, beat Spezia 2-0. A lot of 2-0, 1-0 goal lines. Again, Roma's a great team. There's no credit to be taken away from Roma. I think they're a pretty good team. I think the only thing is if you look at a lot of their wins, that their wins are essentially dependent on Dybala. If Dybala shows up, they do well. If Dybala doesn't show up, they're stuck. And us as Juventini, I think we know Paolo quite well. You throw Paolo in a big game where you have a bunch of defenders man marking him, or like, for example, you put Rabiot on Dybala, I think Dybala does nothing. I think Rabiot pockets Dybala quite well. Yeah. And I think that's what Allegri's going to do. Because let's be honest, guys, what's Dybala's biggest weakness? Physical players. You put a physical player on him, Dybala essentially gets pocketed. So don't be surprised if you see Locatelli or Rabiot man mark Dybala. It's one of those things where I think it's going to happen for sure. Go ahead, Dave.
They're kind of up and down though. Loss, win, draw, win, loss. The last 5.
Yeah, they're not consistent.
So no, it'll be interesting. Again, last match 4-3. It was definitely an interesting game. Now, there's one thing I did notice. Fabio Maresca is the ref. I'm pretty sure he's one of the ones we don't like. Am I correct in that?
We doing tinfoil hat time?
This guy. I definitely don't like his face. I know that much.
Dave doesn't like any referee's face.
No, it's this guy. I don't like this guy.
Gaetano says Roma's very similar. Roma's very similar to Juve. I agree with you. Allegri and Mourinho have similar coaching philosophies. I think the only difference between us, Gaetano, is I think we have more playmakers than Roma does. I think that's the main difference. Because, like, for example, like for like, you can essentially cancel out Tammy Abraham and Vlahovic. But, like, for example, you would cancel Pogba and Pellegrini, but then I think Di Maria is better than Dybala. Let's be honest here. So Gaetano says Marcesca is a Neapolitan. So, oh boy, tomorrow's gonna be fun. We got a Napoli ref. But yeah, as far as playmakers, again, I think Fagioli's better than Cristante, for example. I just think our team has better playmakers, better skill positions, better individual quality. Because, like, again, Tammy Abraham is not firing on all cylinders this season. He has not been doing quite well.
No.
So,
and actually, since we have Spanish people in the chat, I want to make sure. I know this is kind of hard to see. I don't know. Okay. Uchis Thomas with the Yanni face. Is he saying that he's bored because there was too many shot angles on this one?
You're still on that?
No, I'm bringing this up because this is what I do. When you say stupid things, I bring it up. This was a 9-second short. He's complaining that he got bored over 9 seconds.
Yeah, you guys got to be careful, man. If you comment some stuff, Dave will flame you live on air. Dave,
like if you're gonna like give me Muchas Thomas, oh, I'm so bored. Go fuck yourself. I mean, it's 9 seconds. Who has the problem?
I'm telling you,
the guy that made a beautiful video, which is Juventus HQ, by the way, and showed all the angles he had available to him within 9 seconds, or the guy that got bored over 9 seconds and took probably 12 seconds to type that out.
Oh, God, I love
who's got the issue.
I love when Canadians. I love when Canadians get angry because everyone doesn't expect it. So they're like, "What is that?"
Well, no, just don't be dumb. That's all I'm asking. Just don't be dumb. That's it. But I'm done with the rant. I'm good.
You feel better now? Did you let it out?
Yeah, I let it out.
Okay, I'm glad.
I'm still looking for official like Spanish.
I'm surprised where'd Pipo go because Pipo could translate that, but I guess Pipo probably went to the bathroom or something. But we didn't ask this, guys, but what are you guys' scoreline projections? Because I know King Saya came in and hit us with a 2-1. Gaetano, Ellie, Yusuf, if you're still here. What are you guys feeling for tomorrow? What's the scoreline?
I'm going to go with 3-2.
I want to go 2-0.
2-0 away. Another clean sheet away.
I can see it.
Bold. Okay. All right, but who's going to score? Will it be Keane?
I'm going to say Pogba gets a long distance strike. Maybe. And I'm going to say Dusan gets something rolling. I hope he does, man. That guy needs to score, dude. If he doesn't, I'm going to say this about Vlahovic, man. If you have Chiesa, Pogba, Di Maria all on the pitch at the same time, Fagioli, if you don't get a goal, man, I don't know what else to do at that point.
And yeah, Ellie, I understand. It doesn't mean I can't publicly display it and make fun of it.
Hey, that's one of the that's one of the things we'll say about us here is like, if you're, we're all open to, like, for example, the Freiburg fans, they gave us some feedback on like some
they were great,
some numbers. They were great. But if you come in saying some stupid stuff like, you guys suck, or you guys need to do a better job, or blah, 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 like coming at us like, guys, remember, we're not getting paid for this. We're doing this for fun. It's a hobby. So like, you're going to get the pin of shame, and we're going to feature your comment in the next video if like you guys just come in hard like that. Cause it's not called for, man. Like, we're all just people talking here. So if you
these guys know, they're the regular, they all know, that we're just having fun with things. It's not the first time I've done this. It's just,
I know.
I mean, we typically handle this stuff like pretty chill. Like, we don't care for the most part, but it's just, I just don't deal with stupid well. That's what it is.
I know. Dave's
I have a hard time with it.
Ellie says 3-1 win. Ellie thinks we're gonna win 3-1. And Ellie wants you to flame them. She likes it when you do.
Okay, perfect. I will continue. Mission on course, will not deviate. But yeah, that's that. I think that's that though, right? You said 2-0. Oh my god, see it is it because Dave's tired. I'm all over my tongue again. I can't even talk. My fat tongue. You know, here's a little personal secret. So
My
I
tongue
don't
is on point. What?
No, it's not, because I have a bit of a fat tongue. I mean, everyone's known it. I guess my nonna wanted to actually pinch. I don't know, the thing that underneath that connects. She wanted to pinch it off when I was a baby. She told my mom, was like, because I didn't have enough movement in my tongue, and I actually had a lisp when I was a kid because I didn't have movement in my tongue. So I actually did have it cut much later in life, and they put like a stitch in. So whatever, they cut it. So I'd have more tongue movement, so I wouldn't trip over my tongue all the time. As you see, I still do. It did absolutely nothing. My tongue is, it's just too fat. The ladies don't love it. No? I'm saying no. It's just you can't do anything with it.
Sorry, big tongue people, you're screwed now.
Oh man, no, that's just want to make fun of myself. As I mean, I trash everyone else. So you gotta make fun of yourself once in a while, you know?
About time, because you trash me all the time.
Well, of course. It's only because I want it back. Oh man. All right. Well, yeah. I mean, I think that does her anyways.
Yeah. Also, because we're gonna probably film a double take video at some point. Guys, you got any suggestions?
Oh yeah, of course. We always take those suggestions.
Shoot a double take suggestion our way, because Freiburg was awesome. It did really, really well.
Actually, yeah, it's her best video.
It is. So, it broke all of her viewing records.
All the records. And what you said, 46% of the viewers were from Germany.
Yeah.
So that's
a bunch of Freiburg viewers. So
that's nuts. I think that's so cool.
I think so too.
Yeah, because that's really what it is at the end of the day, is getting just the larger community going. And I guess I should throw the advertisement out for the Discord, of course. As always, let's put the thing. There you are. You can scan that. It's also in the description. But the official Juve Discord is growing. They want to become an official partner of Discord, blah, 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 all that jazz. If you want to get to that Discord, we'll link up with us first. We'll send you on their way. We're linked up with them. They're trying to link up with Discord. They're actually linked up with Milan right now, and I think they're trying to work with PSG a little bit. So they're like actually growing this community over on Discord. So that's cool. So yeah, if you're into that, check that out for sure. Links in the description. Yeah. Like and subscribe. I always do that because I forget. I have to, because I forget. It's been over an hour and I haven't said like and subscribe, which is the worst thing you can do as a YouTube content creator, because that's the only thing you essentially have to say. Like, you say it at least once every 10 minutes.
Like and subscribe. Other thing too, we got to mention this too for El Jefe, but guys, we posted episode 208 of the. Is it 208? Because I feel like we've done like 4 207s and we just never counted up. But
there's some lost episodes.
there's like some really lost episodes on the thing, but it's on the YouTube channel, guys. Check it out. Podcast episode 208. There we don't mole. It is our buddy Big Weston, El Jefe, or the host that loves you the most, Farhad, and the new guy, Lucas, the new guy. I forget.
Lucas the Dorazio.
Lucas, the new guy, Donazio. So
Dorazio.
Okay. It's a Dorazio. I botched it. Okay, leave me alone. I don't know names. I'm terrible. But yeah, check those guys out. I believe they are filming a post-Roma podcast on Monday. It's going to be Sam, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but really I am, Adamo, and Luca, the new guy, Donazio, and
and you know what? Maybe one of the old timers. Maybe.
Oh, the guy that starts with a D.
Chris. Dionysus. Yeah, okay. That's not his actual name. It's Dionysus, which is the Greek god of wine and sex and love and all that nonsense.
Huh. Normally we would do it, but they film earlier, so like we can't join them because we're working.
We have. Well, I mean, Farhad works 12-hour overnight shifts. But yeah, speaking of which, I'll just present this very quickly because he's our brother. Sam Adamo. He's on YouTube.
He's a big boy now.
Yeah, he made it. He made it, guys.
He did it. He made a 71
subscribers.
Guys,
he's only you gotta help him out.
if you want some like edgy content, Calcio content, you go to Sam, man, because Sam's got some funny shit, bro. Like he just goes onto it and he's like, oh gosh, man, my favorite. He's like,
shorts. Should we play one of his shorts? Yeah, okay, let's do this one.
Yeah, this one's hilarious. We like a jealous guy.
Sorry. Gotta pull up this kid from Naples. The blonde is a little bit much. We got to pull up this kid from Naples.
Okay, well, that's just a short anyways, but
yeah, my favorite one is the conspiracy theories that he throws up on there. He's like, maybe, Italy's always on top of things when Argentina wins it because, Argentina's like a mini Italy. Like, they're really cool because, like, if you look at a lot of the Argentinians, a lot of them are like, from Italian descent. So, like, when they won the World Cup, it's like we won the World Cup. So we're like, hats off to you guys. Terrible accent. I can't really do a good Sam Adamo impersonation. I tried. That's all that matters. Ellie is saying double take. Is Di Maria a better fit for Juve to reach European goalie? Holy crap, man! What is off with me today?
Up. Yeah, we're both doing it.
Ronaldo with the squad back then,
and then Gaetano follows up here.
Same thing. He's like, what happens in 2018 if we bought Di Maria and not Ronaldo? Would we have won the Champions League? I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to give you, because this is going to probably bring up something during our double take, because I think this is a good film. I think this is something that we probably should do. Dybala blocks Di Maria. I think that's going to be one of the arguments that we're going to have on this one. Because, like, here's the thing. Di Maria and Dybala essentially play the same role. So I think we'd have to do a what-if scenario where we cash in on Dybala. So
yeah, and I think that's really why it didn't happen. Now in hindsight, we're like, wow, at 34, Di Maria is so much better.
It's like, yeah, because you think about it, because like 2018 is when they bought Ronaldo, so it's like 4 years ago. Dybala, or how much is Di Maria? 34 years old right now.
Yeah,
so he would have been 30 years old, and
probably very expensive.
I don't think so.
Well, I mean, they track that. So
yeah, let's see, because he went to PSG. So let's see how much he cost to go from Man United to PSG.
It's going to be all our content, though. We got to save it.
We got to give you guys some teasers.
I don't want your cookies. Oh my God, the cookies.
Oh, I'm like, what the hell? Where? Shit, I want some cookies. No. Like, come on, man. Give it to
2018, 40 mil. 45.
Oh, we could have afforded that back then.
Yeah.
We bought Bernadeschi for that amount.
That's true. Look at him now. He's banging them in Toronto.
He is the Jesus of Toronto. Hey, very good, very good. Come on, man.
Okay, let's
Come on, Gypsy.
There you go.
Come on. Well done.
Come on.
every episode without fail. What kind of person
refuses cookies?
These are not the cookies you want, though, Ellie. They're not mama's cookies. These are the ones that spy on you and track all your internet usage. They're bad cookies.
You're spoiled. Garbage.
All right, man. Okay, we're drifting. We can't even talk anymore.
We're at an hour and 13. Why is it whenever we end a show, we just get peak viewers? Like, can you guys just show up like an hour earlier?
Yeah, it doesn't matter what time we do it. You guys just
seriously, it happens every time. Because, like, the thing is like, Dave and I will sit there and be like, all right, cool. We got more viewers that showed up at the end, which was around 5 o'clock. Let's start the show at 5 o'clock. Now it's like we finish the show at 6:40. Everybody's like showing up at like 6:40. Just people, please give us a consistent time.
Yeah, we really don't know if it works. We're
mi amore, por favore.
It is what it is.
Yes, people, we know. We love you for showing up. It's okay.
You're always here. And if you're not, you make sure you give us a whole bunch of messages. So we love you for it.
And people, we have a special place in our heart for you people. It's okay.
And all your alternate accounts.
And all 15 of his burner accounts.
Oh man. Yeah, that's most of our subscribers, probably just people. We're at 1,085 right now.
Did we seriously gain like 10? I thought we were like, before the show we were at like 1,073. Oh shit, we gained 11. Wow.
I don't know. Things happen. So
thanks. All the Freiburg people. Hey, people, did you make like 50 Google accounts and just subscribed in like the last 20 minutes? Is that what happened? Hey, what if people works at like an internet cafe? So when people are like setting up their Gmails, people's like, hey, go subscribe to this channel for me. This is part of the finder's fee on that.
Probably has a script, so it's constantly. No, I know it's not running a script, constantly running our videos, because we'd have a way more view hours at this point.
Yeah,
which is what I mean, we're at 2,500 officially.
Yeah, 1,500 more and we're monetized.
We're almost there. So enjoy it while it lasts. It means no commercials, advertisements until we're monetized. So yeah, good for us, bad for you. It is what it is. When we have money, we can maybe get a real wall for Dash.
Wow. Wow. Wow, I felt that one. Holy smoke. Jesus Christ, Dave, did you wake up and just say, hi, my name is Dave, and I just chose violence today? Bleep them all.
Yeah. I've been grumpy. My physio broke me, and I've been grumpy.
Yeah, you got
So
your
I just take it out on
just
people.
bent you over and broke your back, huh?
He actually did. He bent me backwards. That's what did it.
Oh, I got you. Did he at least offer you dinner first?
He didn't say a story. He didn't say anything. He actually just blamed it on me because he said I wasn't doing my exercises. I'm like, I didn't do my exercises because it hurt. Like, not just normal hurt. Like, holy shit, this hurts. I can't even walk right now. Kind of hurt. And he just blamed it on me. Didn't say sorry.
Yeah.
So I fired him.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he's
mom.
fine.
This is for people. Sounds dirty. No, mom is way.
Yeah, no, he did not bend me over in a way I enjoyed. That is for sure. Yeah, so in any case, I see, was it Wednesday? I see my new physio. So he banned me. No, I banned him. I fired him.
Like, Bane from Batman. He's like, just bend over for the people.
Oh,
like, that guy with the mask.
Yeah, no, I know that. I did watch that one. But that was 12 years ago.
People says be safe.
I mean, I try. I can barely walk down the street at this point. There's not much I can do that. Like, I can't go be unsafe. I can't leave the house. Sitting's good. So this position is where I'll stay most of the time.
Yeah, so is missionary.
Face down, ass up.
Yeah, exactly. That's where Dabal is going to be tomorrow. But anyways, I think this is time. I think it's time to end this. We'll hit the music. We'll sign off, and we'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch. All right. I'm not going to read the outro. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this episode of the Pregame Show. Dave and Dash Show. I'm not going to do a third-person talk, so we won't get any new clips that we can throw on the shorts. Suck it. But anyways, guys, do the old housekeeping stuff. Make sure you like the video. Throw a good old comment. Share this to a friend. Get our watch hours up. Also, if you haven't checked it already, check our Freiburg video where we talk about Freiburg and, kind of give you some insight onto that Europa League match that we'll probably cover again next week. But give yourself a little bit of a teaser, a taste. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. Dave, you want to say bye before you go?
Oh, of course. I always want to say that I love you guys and thanks for coming out. Catch us on Twitch, official Juventus Twitch tomorrow as well as Monday. And we'll catch you next week here on the YouTube. Love you all. Catch you on the next one.